All right, welcome back, everybody. Hope you guys had a good Christmas. Still in the holidays, New Year's coming up. I know it gets a little hectic, which I know is hard for me to make these videos and get stuff out, but I wanted to do a quick video on a scenario that I just went through, and hopefully this will help you guys on how to protect yourself and not rely just on the OTAs. Let me break down this story real quick. I'm going to jump in and talk to you guys about Superhog. You heard me talk about Superhog quite a bit before on this channel, but this is a very case study, firsthand experience on what happened and how much easier this is going to be for me. So let me just run you through this scenario. I have one of my properties. It's called the Coronado. It's in Chandler. It's a regular type of home, no big deal, but we have screening processes in place. We ask questions, we review the guest. Do they have bad reviews, no reviews, whatever. And we try to feel it out, where they're coming from, why they renting the place, etc. So I have, which I'll put the list down below of how I screen my guests. So hopefully that will help you guys. But hey, sometimes stuff slips through the crack. This guest only had one other review, and it was positive. It was okay. It was nothing stuck out, and that was it. That's all I had to go off. So we let them book the place in Coronado in Chandler, Arizona, and they booked it. They were fine. They stayed like five days. No big deal. No red flags. On the fifth day, the last hour, they asked if they can extend it for a couple days, which doesn't really seem like that big of a deal. But then we had payment issues. So the payment wasn't going through. And we said, you know, look, we'll give you one more hour. You got to figure out the payment, or you're going to have to check out tomorrow morning if the payment doesn't go through. Long story short, the payment went through and they extended. Then a couple days later, they asked if they can extend it again. Again, our dates were open, no big deal. Went ahead and did it, right? So they did this like 3 or 4 times, and it was always an issue with the payment. They were trying to transfer money, the credit card didn't work, and it was like this whole ordeal. So during that, they stayed for about a solid week now at this point. No red flags, didn't really concern me, whatever. But you know, as you guys all know, Airbnb has air cover insurance. They have insurance, but I always take it one step further, and all of my guests have to go through Superhog. No red flags on Superhog. Superhog is an identity background check, but then they also do insurance for host and for my travelers. So in the state of Arizona, we have to do background checks. We have to have a security deposit. There's all these things that we need to do to protect ourselves as hosts and protect our investment. No problem. No red flags happened up in Superhost when the guest went through the process. No big deal. Everything seemed fine. But then the guest checked out, the housekeeper showed up, and boom, red flags everywhere. So now the guests check out, and in 2 days, the owner of the property is hosting his family and relatives for the holidays. No big deal. We send the cleaners over, and instantly red flag. We use Breezeway. I'm gonna show you guys photos of what we saw. Oh my God, my mind was blown. It was like one thing after another. We found out they snuck in 2 dogs. We allow dogs, but they didn't pay for the dog fee. And we definitely don't allow dogs to just run amok in the house. There was dog food everywhere in the house, like all over the place. Dog poop in the backyard everywhere, dog hair everywhere. We were missing a few items, no big deal, like blow dryers, and furniture was moved everywhere. But the trash was insane. I never seen this much trash with the people that only stayed like a week and a half. Trash everywhere. All the sink was completely full with trash. All the trash cans were overflowing. We had to pay to get a trash service out there to remove all the trash. There was dirt everywhere. Every single pair of my sheets were destroyed with like Kool-Aid on there, or like stains of God knows what. Let's just not mention it. All the towels were damaged. It was just very disrespectful on all levels, right? So then we go back and we look at the guest, and all of a sudden we see another really bad review from another host. It was a 2.5 star review, and it lists out all the things that we had problems with. They couldn't get him out. They wouldn't pay the extra fees. They brought in dogs. They damaged the property. They were super messy, all those things. And I'm like, wait a minute, was that review already there? How did Superhog miss this? How did I miss this? How did my guest service miss this? But no, go to find out, the review did not go live until a few days ago. So they were already checked out. Same thing. So what I did is I went ahead and reached out to that host, asked them what was going on. They told me, and then I said, hey, look, we're going through the same situation right now with these same people, and they trashed our house. It's a disaster. So it was kind of cool to talk to another host that literally verbatim these people did. So this is just so disrespectful at this point, and just like my mind is blown. So as you guys know, now you have to file a claim with Airbnb, and you have to rely on the OTAs, Airbnb, with their air cover to help you through the situation. So we're obviously going to file a claim through Airbnb, and the fact that there's another host going through the same situation right now, maybe it will help our case, maybe my case will help them as well. But I don't like to rely 100% on Airbnb for that, or any platforms. I like to take control in my own hands. So thank God, this is amazing, and I learned this as I went, but this guest, I'm not going to say their name, but this guest had to do Superhog in order to book my place, or we just don't let them book. And if they push back, we tell them it's not the right fit. So they booked, and they put a $500 security deposit with Superhog on the booking. So no matter what, I'm guaranteed my security deposit of the $500. Now our damage is probably, I don't know, closer to $2,000. We had professional carpet clean. We have to replace a bunch of items and whatnot. So at least I know for sure Superhog has my back. We have all their stuff on file, and we automatically got the $500 deposit, which is insane. Now, I'm still going through Airbnb because I wanted to make sure that this guest is flagged on Airbnb, but I also want to make sure that no other host have to deal with this guest. Hopefully this guest just gets kicked off the platform. And we gave the opportunity to this guest to come clean with us and Superhog and go ahead and pay the remaining balance on the dog fees and all that stuff. And right now the guests aren't responding. They're acting like whatever, right? They don't think we have anything, but we have their credit card. We have all the evidence. So now we just have to go through the steps, and Superhog is going to help us through those steps. And so is Airbnb. So we'll see what Airbnb does, but this is why I always say you want to protect your investment on so many different levels and not rely just on the OTAs, any of the OTAs for that matter. If you're trying to build a business and take things in your own hands, you really do need to protect yourself. So with the Superhog, now they're going to be flagged in the system. So if anybody tries to host these guests ever again and they use Superhog, it's going to, boom, red flag. Do not host these guests. They shouldn't be allowed because they did all this damage, blah, blah, blah. And then it's up to you if you want to host them or not. I don't know why you would. So just real quick, use my Superhog link below. Yes, I'm an affiliate, but I'm much more than that. I use it all the time, and I refer this to everybody. Like I said, there's so many reasons why I use Superhog, but this is a great example. Now my homeowner's very excited. My homeowner now knows that he's 100% covered, and we're going to get some of the money back and whatnot. So that's another thing that's really, really cool. So protect your guys' investment, protect your short-term rentals, whatever, identity check, security, all that stuff. Let me know, was this helpful? I just wanted to make a very quick video on this because it's such a big problem in our industry. So let me know, was this helpful for you guys? Would you like me to do more deep dive on these kind of things? And like, subscribe. See you.